Hi, this is Tim Ward with Guard Digital Marketing. So I got this video coming to you guys as promised. Thanks for taking time out of your day to talk to one of my team members about getting this video over to you. Really, it's going to be about increasing some of the overall exposure for your company online and really driving in more traffic and overall leads to you guys every month through your Google business profile and also your website here. Now, I want to start this video out on a Google search page here. I typed in roofing Chicago, Illinois. Now, this is obviously the major city that you guys are located in Chicago here. So you want to be able to rank for the first page for a lot of these different keywords that are associated with this area and roofing and any of the other services that you guys are going to provide. Just for the sake of the video, I'm going to keep it very simple here. Roofing Chicago, Illinois. So again, we want to be on this first page when somebody's searching this up, so again they can find us and choose us to do this service for them. Now, this is a buyer intent keyword, meaning it's a type of service or somebody looking for this service attached to a location, so it's very specific. Now, we want to be on this first page because about 75 to 80% of people are going to stick on this page when choosing a company. Now, there's a few different ways that we can actually rank for or to be able to be found on this first page of this Google search. One of the ways is through doing an ad. Now, Google guarantees are going to be the best ad that you can run. I typically still try to stay away from running ads unless I'm needing customers right here, right now, because about 80% of people are going to instantly disregard these ads in the first place, mainly due to the credibility factor. A lot of people are going to find credibility more in companies that are ranking organically, whether it's through a business profile or ranking their website on this first page as well. Okay, so not seeing you guys on the first page here when it comes to a Google search for your website. Now, your Google business profile is not going to be able to rank for actual Chicago since you guys are located over in this little town right here. So you'll be able to rank your Google business profile for this town. Let's see here if we are in there currently or not. Okay, so I'm not seeing you within the top 3 here. We can find you real quick, see what page you're on, see how much work is going to need to be done here as well. Where are we? Select. There you are. So you're on the second page here. Obviously, we want to be in that top 3 to drive in the most traffic that we can for this area. So, Google Business Profile has definitely got some work. I see the major things definitely going to be getting a good amount of reviews to you guys. Making sure, of course, too, looks like you only have 2 pictures currently as well. So always make sure you're updating a good amount of pictures from all the jobs that you guys are getting. Of course, making sure you're getting great reviews, and then even make sure you're responding to these reviews too, which is really going to help you out a ton. You can see you guys haven't had a review since 2 years ago. So really drive home that you guys are needing reviews from your customers, so on and so forth. And that's really going to help drive you guys into the top 3, even for just your area. Now, for areas outside of where you can't rank a Google business profile just because it's not technically possible, you want to be able to rank your website then in return. So we saw Matthews there was going to be our top competitor when it comes to the website for Chicago. So I did pull up their website, which we'll take a look at here in just a second. Now, overall, right off the bat, great looking website that you guys have. It's, super clean, nothing too fancy going on, and it does just the right thing. Now, at least from an eyes perspective. Other than that, though, the other main reason I'm always looking at a homepage in particular is the amount of content that is on your homepage. Okay, now we can see the content is technically these sections that I can highlight. So it looks like you might have 100 words of content overall just on your homepage. Okay, now you're going to want to look at some of your top competitors because typically Google wants to see 1,500 to 2,000 words of content on your homepage. That's normally a general rule of thumb, but really you want to take a look at what your top competitors are doing, how many keywords are within your area, so on and so forth. So if we take a look at Matthews Roofing's homepage real quick, we can see a decent section of content throughout here. And it looks like they might have, 500 to 700 words of content. So quite a bit more than you. So I would definitely want to up the amount of content that is just on your home page here. And then you can really start to dive through about all these other specific service area page or service pages that you guys have as well. Now, with that being said too, there are other ways that you can target different smaller areas that you might want to, Naperville or Aurora, maybe even over in Rockford, that you could create service area pages for and treat those as their little home pages so that you can rank in those specific areas a little bit easier. Now, other than that, main reason I was talking about, content and really keywords are a huge factor when it comes to ranking a website. And truly, you want to be able to kind of emulate what your top competitors are doing, as Google has seen them as obviously almost their benchmark now for this area when it comes to ranking. So emulating them is going to help out a ton. Next thing I always look at is this paid program. I went ahead and I threw your guys' URL and then Matthew's too, and it gives us this dashboard here that is great for these simple comparisons for a video like this. Now, these first two numbers here are strength and trust ratings through Google, and they're rated out of 100, but truly once you get into the 30s and 40s for these rankings, and of course, you can go higher than that too, but we know you have a powerful website once you've reached those ratings at that point. So you get these strength and trust built from backlinks that come from referring domains. Now, backlink is any clickable text linking one website to another, and the website holding that is considered the referring domain. So you want to make sure you're building these out at a high quality backlink coming from authoritative referring domains. And by that, I mean domains that already have high strength and trust ratings with Google. So when you acquire a backlink from them, it's going to grant credibility over to your website in return. Now, also, when you're building these out, you can't build out too many too fast, as that can throw a red flag for Google and your website too. And currently, you're only indexing for 8 keywords within your website. So, with a website that has this many pages within it, you would think you would have more keywords embedded within your website. So, again, more options for people to find you. Overall, driving 25 traffic to your website as it currently sits. And if we actually look at the keywords that you're currently ranking for, select roofing, a lot to do with your actual company name, which some of these, select roofing, or select roofing contractor, those are going to be considered nationwide keyword searches. They have to do with your company name, but really this could be anything that people are typing in. And you can see the volume on a lot of these keywords isn't that high either. The main buyer intent keyword that you have here is roofing and the town that you're in. So 70 search volume, you're 13th position, so you're not even on the first page for that, only getting 1 traffic from there. So you want a lot more of these buyer intent keywords for all these different areas that you're going to provide services in. That's really going to help drive traffic to your website, and not just any traffic, but traffic that's going to turn into a paying customer on your end. Now, if we come over and look at Matthews Roofing, we can see their strength and trust ratings are quite a bit higher. So they've put quite a bit of time and effort into doing this, right? So not only do we want to be able to meet their numbers, but also surpass them. So Google knows that we have more strength and trust with them for our website, and will overall help us rank higher than our top competitor, Matthews Roofing. Now, there's obviously a lot of other things that are going to help: content, keywords, even your Google business profile, if it's ranked up within the top 3, even for your area, can help in other areas as well. But you can see the ranking they are indexed for 1.4 thousand keywords, driving in 1.4 thousand traffic to their website every month. Now, I do believe if you have that many keywords within your website, let me look here. Yeah, so they do have a blog. So blog can even help you guys in the future as well. Main reason is, again, the amount of content that you're bringing to your website. And at that point too, not only do you provide the service, but you are also an index for any information that anybody might have regarding the service that you provide as well. Google takes note of that, because Google, if they're going to provide a website for somebody to go into and rank you highly for these specific keywords, Google wants to know that you're going to be the one-stop shop and the only website that person needs to go into to answer any questions that they might have. So a blog is always a nice thing to do too, especially if your top competitor is doing. Now, if we looked at our keywords, a lot of times with a blog, you end up ranking for a lot of keywords that, again, is just going to be information like clay shingle roofs, concrete shingle roof, things of that nature. But really, Matthews is doing overall very well. Like roofing Chicago, that's a great buyer intent keyword, 300 searches per month. They're positioned too, so they're getting a lot of traffic from these, right? They're getting hundreds of, if not thousands of traffic from these buyer intent keywords, roofer Chicago, so on and so forth, that they're getting hundreds of leads a month just from ranking first position on a lot of these keywords that involve roofing in Chicago, Illinois. So this is what you want to be able to emulate and really start driving in this amount of traffic to your website every month from these buyer intent keywords, and you'll have hundreds of leads coming to your company every single month on repeat. So that's really what you need to be able to accomplish. to be able to take over when it comes to the areas that you're trying to cover for the services that you provide. So other than that, I'm running a little long in this video, so I apologize there. If you have any other questions or concerns, please feel free to reach out to me. I'd be happy to help you guys any ways that I can. And other than that, have a great rest of your day, and I hope to hear from you soon.